Hello and welcome to the Detonator Stakes Day edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races on Saturday at Ascot. We're expecting a partly cloudy day, a bit cooler than it's been for a few months, 28 degrees Celsius. The track it will be a good for, I think, and the rail will certainly be in the 3-metre position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 12:54. It is the David Rudland 60th birthday handicap, over 1,000 metres for the 3-year-olds. One of those horses is Monika. Let's have a look at her last start.
Tess Strasmore, who got a little awkward coming around the corner. Monika gave it the go-by. It's Monika shooting a length and a half, 2 in front. Trasmore down the outside. Speedy Miss Danny Bella, followed by Light My Day with 150 left to travel. It's on the inside, Monika, but Speedy Miss, which has come from last, descends upon it. Speedy Miss went straight past Monika. Big win. Speedy Miss Pricknery is up.
Small field to get underway on Saturday, but an intriguing race. Going to go with number 3 here, Monika. She was scratched from Wednesday to go around in this contest. Has drawn 5 of 6. She's the full sister of the listed winning sprinter, Misty Metal. I thought she was pretty good over the 1108 at Bunbury. Then she probably found the 1200 a little bit too far here at Ascot when beaten by Speedy Miss. I really like the horse back to 1,000 metres, and rock hard fit after having a few runs this campaign, goes on top. From the returning number 5, Seven Castles, made a pretty good debut behind the smart Flirtini at Belmont in August. Won his recent trial by a gap of 5 1/4 lengths, and William Pike rides for the Lindsay Smith's yard. Number 1, Metro Boy, has to concede weights all round here. He's got the 60 kilos. He has won 3 races, but I think most of them have been pretty weak affairs, and he's copped penalties because of it. And then number 6, Wild on Brook. One last start, beat the Witch Doctor. That's probably Wednesday form. This is a Saturday contest with some pretty interesting gallopers. Top selection in race number 1 is number 3, Monika, to beat 5 Seven Castles, 1 Metro Boy and 6 Wild on Brook. Race number 2 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 1:34. It is the Sign On Group Plate, over 1,100 metres for the 2-year-olds. In replay, let's go back to the Magic Millions race at Pinjarra Park and the run of Nakovi.
By Nakovi to the outside, and then came Jericho Missile. Miss West Coast at the 250. Ranges up now, goes to Taj Mahali, and Nakovi joined it quickly. It's Nakovi, Miss West Coast. Jericho Missile launching its run. Nakovi's the leader. Jericho Missile gunning it down. Nakovi, Jericho Missile, Jericho Missile.
13 acceptances for this race, and obviously they've got their eyes on the prizes like the Karrakatta Plate and the WA Size Produce Stakes. Nakovi will certainly be heading that way, one would think. Simon Miller's Yard paid $200,000 for her as a yearling, and she's been pretty good. She was a little bit unlucky on debut behind Amarillo Rose in the initial plate. She won a trial, and then she was a very close second in the Magic Millions race at Pinjarra Park here. She gets the inside gate, and I think she's the one to beat. Goes on top from number 7, Santa Brianna. She accelerated really well to win a slowly run maiden here at Ascot over the 1,100 metres. It's been in 2 slowly run races, so the ability is open to question, but willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, particularly as William Pike sticks. Number 1, Prim and Proper, resumes after running well in a couple of the early 2-year-old races in WA. He's had a trial here before its resumption. That was over the 400 metres, which is a typical tactic by the Luciani camp. And then number 6, Taj Mahali. Is probably a level or 2 below these, I would think, but she does get in with just 54 kilos, with Dion Luciani electing to claim with Jade McNaught. Top selection in race number 2 is number 5, Nakovi, to beat 7 Santa Brianna, 1 Prim and Proper and 6 Taj Mahali. Race number 3 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:14. It's the Andrit Cousins' Race Day Handicap, over 2,200 metres. In replay, let's have a look at the last start third of Upward Others.
Held up at the back of the field, around the turn, Corporate Larrikin is just in front. Let's Twist goes up on the outside. Upward Others is down the centre with Time to Hunt. They're both running home gamely now. It's Corporate Larrikin, Let's Twist the outside, hit the front. Time to Hunt's coming late. Crystal Valley from nowhere, absolutely flying. Look at Crystal Valley, all over the top. What a win.
These staying races on a Saturday in Perth are never easy to decipher, but I've ended up here with number 5, Upward Others. He managed to finish pretty close to Crystal Valley last time out. That was the second time in a row he got pretty close to her, and that was a pretty high rating race for the class, and he drops in grade from 64 plus down here into Graduation Company. I think Upward Others, even though he's got a bit of a sticky gait here, might be the one to beat. Goes on top from number 7 Stafford's Lad, who was really strong through the line in what was a pretty fast run race for a midweek event last time out. He gets in here with just 52.5 kilos. He had William Pike on his back last start. He gets Emma Stent here. Clearly Pikey is the best jockey in the state, but the weight certainly is very interesting given that he carried 57.5 last time. Number 9 Oriental Rose was the nearest challenger to Stafford's Lad in that Wednesday race. She's been knocking on the door for quite some time. She's up in grade here, but she gets in with just the 55 kilos, and she has got some ability. And then number 1 Press the Pedal should certainly be a major player at this level, one would think, but she has to concede weight all around, even though she's got a 3 kilo claim. Top selection in race number 3 is number 5, Upward Others, to beat 7 Stafford's Lad, 9 Oriental Rose, and 1 Press the Pedal. Race number 4 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:55. It's the Perak Turf Club Trophy over 2100 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at this informed mare, Crystal Valley.
Here comes Avidus. It'll be the first to grab the leader. 2 lengths to Mycroft. Crystal Valley storming down the outside. Followed further back by Media Baron. Avidus had reached the lead. Mycroft about to level up with him with 100 to go. 2 lengths Crystal Valley. Mycroft now surges past Avidus and Crystal Valley, and Mycroft draws away to win. Mycroft to give witness. The
Sustaining Racing to follow a mare in form, and Crystal Valley is certainly one of those. She won 2 in a row before her last start performance when she finished second behind Mycroft. Very adaptable. The first win was very slowly run, the second win was absolutely brutal, and last start was quick as well. She's on the quick backup. She has raced off a 7-day turnaround before and run quite well. If she handles it again, I think she'll be mighty hard to beat here. She goes on top. I think the main danger might be the top one, Come Play With Me. Gets a claim here down to 58.5. I think there's been reasonable performances the first 2 runs this campaign behind My Greek Boy in both of those races. I think stepping up to 2100 metres is certainly a tick, and the lugging bit goes on in a gear change. Number 3, Isa Parker, represents the Albany Cup form. Finished second in that race, beating both American Joy and Maserati. And that brings me to number 4, American Joy. She's got 2 parts, or pretty much two lengths to make up on Isa Parker from the Albany Clash. William Pike takes over from Sean McGrady. I just think it won't be enough to turn it around. Top selection in race number 4 is number 7, Crystal Valley, to beat 1 Come Play With Me, 3's Isa Parker, and 4 American Joy.